Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a Korean Challenger VOD review for you today. This is actually the Lee Sin, who is Tarzan for Griffin. One of the best junglers in the world, incredibly smart player, and Korea is very, very known for having like the best Lee Sin players in the world. I mean, China as well, but Tarzan is definitely like one of the best. So this is a really good game for him where he basically hard carries this game in terms of putting out jungle pressure. He finishes like 11-0 and like 13, I think. Really, really good display, especially mechanics as well. So I really want to show you sort of like his mechanical ability on Lee Sin using his kit like to maximum potential. So let's jump into this game here. Let's start with Griffin Tarzan's runes. So he goes Conqueror, which is really popular on Lee Sin, obviously. You can go Electrocute as well, but I'll say that's more for champions that are like really squishy, like range champions. But he is versing like four melee champions here. So definitely want to be using Conqueror. You're going to be auto attacking a lot, so really, really effective in this game. He goes Triumph, which is pretty standard. This is an interesting one. He goes Tenacity instead of attack speed. I looked at this team comp and I'm thinking like, what sort of CC do they have? And like originally I thought like, oh, you should go attack speed, but there actually is a bit of CC with Kiana ult, and like one of her abilities is like that freezing stun thing. Trinimir's slow, Nautilus slow, plus the root and ult, and Time Kench like stun after the three fish stacks. So definitely a lot of CC here. It makes a lot of sense to go Tenacity. And then he goes Last Stand instead of Coup de Grace. I would imagine he just wants his skirmishing power to be like a lot stronger when he's low health. You can really like auto attacking someone like a Lee Sin or low health with Last Stand. Really, really, really strong for him. So I'd say that you can switch that to Coup de Grace as well, but he's obviously comfortable going Last Stand here. And then Magical Foot with Cosmic Insight, which is very much thinking about like how can I get my warrior item as soon as possible. Don't have to worry about boots at all. And Cosmic Insight for cooldowns. Lee Sin is very, very dependent on cooldowns. So he also goes attack speed. I actually can't read that, but this is the Korean client. But I think he goes definitely armor there. Yeah, armor. Especially into this team comp here. And the jungler's Kiana. So let's jump into this game here. So notice Tarzan's buy here. He doesn't go refillable. He goes a pink ward and a health pot. Lee Sin really doesn't need his refillable like at all. He's really got really good jungle clear and sustain. It is like you will have a little bit more sustain with refillable, but he really wants to use this ward early game to really put out the pressure and utilizes obviously Lee Sin's W ability. Alright, so we're just going to defend blue here. In terms of like matchups and like where you want to be looking to gank, Pantheon lanes are always incredibly good to gank, especially a Trend who's going to be very weak pre-6, very vulnerable. Trinimir here, especially with Panther, you can definitely punish that. Zoe into Nautilus, yes, you can definitely impact this as well. Really reliant, I'd say, on Zoe getting some good chunks and hitting ease. And then we have Kindred Karma. Kindred's actually an interesting one. I've actually seen this a lot in Korean solo queue. Kindred AD, it's like starting to become popular with the new Conqueror. So they play that this game. And then there is really not much CC on the side of Tarzan's team here. So, and Ezreal and Thomas is a very, very hard lane to gank. So would be ignoring bot. You can look at mid, top, definitely a huge priority. So let's see what Tarzan does this game. So just checking for blue. Anyone's invading. Alright, so red start. Ditches, Raptors, Ditches, Krugs. This is a really, really popular path that he's going to do, which is you get level 3 off this, which is basically red, blue, Gromp, and again, he's probably looking to go to impact top. So based on what he wants to be doing this game with utilizing Pantheon CC and the vulnerability of Trinimir, let's get this level 3 ASAP and let's do a gank fight, especially since this is pushing right now. So this is really, really good by Tarzan. And again, this is a new path with the new preseason patch, because before you could not get level 3 off doing this path. So level 3 obviously gives you your extra ability, and E is really, really useful for Lee Sin. So yeah, notice like he's full health right now. He hasn't had to use a single potion right now. So this is again to sort of show Lee Sin's effectiveness in the jungle clear. Alright, so let's have a look at this here. So Tarzan is now obviously looking at top. And he's looking to come gank this right now. And he actually sees Trinimir place a ward here. So look what he does here. He goes over the wall, uses the ward hop right here, utilizes W Lee Sin. So now Trinimir has no idea he's here. And this is basically like a free kill. Walking around the Trinimir's ward. So yeah, if we look at this is the ward that was there. So really smart by Tarzan here. He sees Kiana right here, and look at this, he notices she doesn't have red buff. Zoe has priority mid lane, so they go in together as a team, looking to take red. Scare her off it. But notice, so this is like just numbers disadvantage. So Tarzan's been really disciplined here. He knows that his Pantheon is in base. Zoe needs to react back to midwave, and remember Trinimir is going to be back on the map soon, right? Because he just died before, so really disciplined here. He knows he can't take this at all. Can't 1v2 at this stage in the game. So he backs off. He definitely looks at that. He's sort of thinking like, can I take it, can I not? He probably should have just backed off. There's just no way, especially since Nautilus ends up actually getting priority mid here. So Tarzan backs off, just gets Rift Scuttler. Alright, so now in terms of information tracking the jungler, he knows Kiana has just cleared top side here. There's no reason for Kiana to gank top right now, so she's going to be bot side, getting that Rift bot Scuttler. It seems like Tarzan is just fine with that. Although bot should be wary now, because Kiana's definitely there. Alright, so let's go back a little bit here. So Tarzan gets Rift Scuttler, looks at top again. So he actually looks at mid a little bit, sees that's not gankable, and then sees Pantheon going ham top here. Jumps over the wall again. Qs to a creep, and then tries to get the kill there with the E, but Trinimir burns flash. Tries to ward hop, kill him, hit the Q, and misses it. So really, really close there to actually getting that kill. But he does burn both Trinimir's Sunras now, so now he can start thinking about, alright, I can actually continue to really start snowballing Pantheon. He has no TP, this is going to deny a bunch of CS now, and Trinimir has no summoners. And also, Tarzan knows that Kiana's bot because she was just bot before to gank, so he knows he's all safe here. So decides to take the Krugs, sees Kiana bot. Alright, so let's have a look at Griffin's gold, Tarzan's gold right now. He's got 800 gold, so there's nothing really too exciting for him to base right now. He knows Kiana's taking all his bot side jungle, so he sees this as an opportunity to just literally just go take his jungle, which I think is really the efficient move here. Alright, bases. Okay, looks mid here for a gank. Nautilus does end up dying, and we burn flash here. Alright, so actually I want to just sort of emphasize the mechanics here. So let's look at the way Tarzan's using his abilities. Alright, so again, he sees this mid. He decides to help. Kiana pops up, looking for potential dive. Alright, misses the Q there, but look, you see how he doesn't just break the Zoe E, the bubble. Before he does that, he actually walks all the way here so he can block her path and get the E slow on her. See this? But it's actually bad because Kiana now jumps like through him. Actually, no, that doesn't matter because she can jump anyway. Pin cords, unfortunately, don't see Kiana, don't see stealth anymore. Just waiting, and they get the kill there. So again, really these little things that like the best players do just really make the difference. Alright, so Tarzan now has 1700 gold, but decides to stay on the map because look at this bot lane here. So let's go back here. So yes, he could base here, but he actually is obviously looking at bot here. So he decides to literally go and help this. So really good map awareness by Tarzan. He's constantly obviously checking his lanes. Alright, so bot's low. Now they have to base. Now he is using this opportunity to potentially counter jungle. And I originally looked at this and I thought this was like pretty risky because Kiana could show up, like she's going to be full health. You know, Lee Sin hasn't bought, but he's obviously confident he can do this. And I mean, I still think this is a bit of a risk. Like, I don't know if I would do this. Like, I would base and go bot side. But one thing that I've noticed from Tarzan's gameplay, especially with the new patch, he really likes to deny Gromp. So Gromp, obviously with the new preseason patch, is now gives a lot more experience in gold. It's like sort of the equivalent of like golems now. And he looks to deny that. So that actually will really hurt Kiana. So she actually pops up here. And is now looking to finally base, I believe. So he's been on the map for like 7 minutes right now. Has 19, almost 2,000 gold. Definitely just want to base, get your items. Let's actually get the scoreboard up here. Alright, base, get items. So he notice here he gets 2 pin cords. Pin cords are really, really important, especially. So I've already emphasized the importance on all my videos about how important pin cords are. But even more so for Lee Sin, because you can use that as an extra tool to like engage, you know, Lee Sin kick, and also just to close distance with his W. So Tarzan's entire jungle is up right now. We're looking to clear that. He actually looks to receive an opportunity bot to gank. But again, I mean, I would really just be backing off this. Like, no one's like committed. Everyone's full health. I think this is a bit of a waste of time from Tarzan. You know, before earlier how I said this lane is really hard to gank. Entire jungle's up. Let's prioritize just clearing that. So it goes to do red. Alright, so we see Kiana top here. Now he knows that there's no chance of a counter gank bot. Really good work from Karma there. Alright, so we have just killed Karma. I mean, sorry, Tam. We know Kiana's top. I'm not sure why Tarzan didn't do Dragon here. This was a little bit questionable. I think this was a free Dragon. Decides to base instead. He obviously wants Warrior. I think that's what he really wants to buy. So Warrior is a huge item spike on junglers, like just the jungle item in general. It's incredibly cost effective, gives you CDR, gives you extra AD. That must be his thought process there. He doesn't want to risk taking Dragon. Mid was pushed in here. So yeah, but I still think that was an opportunity, to be honest, to take Dragon. I think that was a mistake by Tarzan. Alright, so goes just to clear his jungle camp, trying to be as efficient as possible. It's full clears jungle. Alright, so he goes for Rift Herald now. I assume that he's thinking, alright, I just need to trade sides of the map. I'm on the top side now. He knows that Kiana is... Because she was just topside before, you instantly presume as a jungler, alright, a minute, 2 minutes later, that means she probably can't clear her camps and is now going to be bot side. So using this opportunity, especially the push from Pantheon and Zoe to just secure this Rift Herald. And he's also pinging back on Dragon because he's just going to be trading Dragon right now. So this is like, we're going to be a lot different from your games, like, you know, gold, like platinum, like junglers won't trade, like this is very efficient trading. And he also knows that they're going to get something on the other side of the map right now, so let's just go all in here, let's dive this Tryndamere. Alright, notice this mechanically again, he waits, he hits the Q on Tryndamere, waits for his ult to run out, and then comes and finishes it off. The Kiana actually is topside here, so she obviously tried to come help this. Hits a really nice Q, kicks, dead. So really nice work from Tarzan there, and especially not to use his ultimate on the Tryndamere before. Like, yes, it could have been like maybe like cleaner and to get the kick onto Tryndamere before, but he knows that Tryndamere is dead. You want to save your ult for like, you know, potential, let's say, you know, Kiana walks up or Nautilus walks up there. So decides to save some plates. Nautilus is here. Really like this, that they don't decide, like, they could potentially try and 1v1 this guy, like chain CC him or something like that, but the fact is that Pantheon's low, Lee Sin doesn't have ult, he's already like he's 203. No point risking this. Like it's better to just literally just waste Nautilus's time and just back off. So dodges the potential Q there with his minion wave. Right, so Tarzan bases with Empowered Recall with 1200 gold. Doesn't actually buy any pink cords there, buys Longsword instead. Which I think is an interesting choice. I think getting 2 pink cords is more important than Longsword. Especially since Dragon's still up to control that river. Alright, so running straight bot here, there's a fight breaking out. Zoe's roaming down as well. And they kill Nautilus. So has Rift Herald, decides to use it. Israel needs to go back to base. Tarm's dead, Nautilus is dead. Kiana is really low backed off. This is really, really good like scene from Tarzan saying, I can get this tower with Rift Herald. Early towers like this really help to break open the map. So the thing also about this is that because that it takes a long time to kill this tower, they're actually going to lose a lot of like momentum from this. So Tarzan's going to either have to choose to like potentially risk the dragon, but he might have to give up dragon for that tower as well. So, you know, because everyone on the enemy team is going to be back on the map to like full health and everything. So Kiana actually comes here, stays like on the map and actually kills bot. So now they need to concede dragon, unfortunately. There's no way they're going to contest this. Yeah, Tarzan definitely should not have even bothered going for that. There's just no way they're going to win that 2v4. So he's being really cautious now because he doesn't know where anyone on the enemy team is right now. They could be like potentially camping, looking at Krugs. His red buff's coming up soon. And they do take the dragon for that. So I mean, if their mid potentially survived there, they could have maybe still looked to do dragon, but it was always going to be risky. Alright, so let's go back here. Let's see what he sees here. So Nautilus is really pushed up. There's no tower here. Tarzan decides, alright, I want to go for this. Nautilus is pretty scared, so he starts running back. And like this is again just the potential of the speed, jumping over walls, ward hopping with Lee Sin. He actually beats him running up the lane. And they kill this. So really good play by Tarzan there. Basing on 1600 gold. Alright, so going just bot side, clear red buff, get that buff off the map. Just trying to be as efficient as possible clearing his camps. Alright, so decides to potentially take Kiana. So you notice that Kiana, even though she's like, she has pretty much the same amount of kills, but has 2 deaths. Kiana has actually been farming like a bit more efficiently than Tarzan, but it's still like really, like Tarzan has like obviously ditched his camps a lot to pressure the gank, to pressure the map more, but that's like what Lee Sin's really strong at. So he's helped his lanes get like really far ahead in terms of Pantheon and Zoe. So he's done a much better job of impacting the map compared to the enemy Kiana. So that's why there's that level advantage there, but still really good for Tarzan here. Right, so let's just replay that again, just start looking at mechanics again. Alright, so sees Kiana here, gets an auto attack, gets the red buff slowed, then Q. Really good flash from Pantheon over the wall. They kill the Kiana. and Nautilus. So that's really, really big for blue team here. Alright, so notice he skips Rift Scuttler here because the team is now doing an objective and he wants to come here and assist and cover just in case potentially the enemy team trying to engage. He just wants to be here to secure the tower. So that's what you want to be doing as a jungler as well. You want to be like hovering in the shadows waiting. Just help them secure it, you know, whether they're going to get it or not. Make sure it's 100% guaranteed. You can always get your camps later. Especially once like mid has priority. So tries to take some of Kiana's jungle. Giving the blue buff to Zoe. Clearing up all these jungle camps. Alright, so decides the base, doesn't want to go for Rift Herald. He has 1600 gold. Potentially could have gone for Rift Herald here, but just wants to play it safe. There's no real risk of the enemy team taking Rift Herald, especially that Rift Scuttler's up, and Karma's looking to base as well, so always good to reset at the same time with your team. But Karma actually just has to stay to get this tower. Right, Kiana's bot side. Let's see where Tarzan goes here. Alright, so this is predicting where the enemy is going to be. Another like tactic you'll be doing. So he sees Ezreal like coming down mid, so he's thinking Ezreal could be potentially alone here trying to push the wave. Because as in super high elo, pushing mid wave as soon as you literally the minions hit like the wave, ADCs really want to try and push it as much as possible because it helps your team get priority. So he's actually looking to potentially pick off the Ezreal here. But he is seen, so he just backs off. And actually still advances. Really, really well played by Tarzan here. He kicks. He actually could have potentially kicked the Ezreal as well if he didn't jump out. So it was actually pretty well played by the Tarm to let Ezreal go. Alright, this is really bad, I think, from the Kindred. Zoe and Pantheon is not here. Tarzan is really low health. There's no way he can help. But he is trying to potentially assist. And this could have actually gone wrong for blue team here. Like, overcompensating for like Kindred's mistake of burning all his summons to try and chase that kill. Especially since Zoe and Pantheon wasn't there. There was like numbers disadvantage. But Tarzan just knows he has to wait. There's no point. He can't go in there. Trying to zone the Kiana on the side here. But again, the whole point was that they couldn't continue that fight because they need to wait for Zoe and Pantheon to come back on the map. So they actually come and they clean up this fight. Dragon's coming up soon. Right, so 3 are dead. Opportunity to take Dragon. Knows where Kiana is. Kiana dies again. And sees this opportunity to take blue as well. Clearing Krugs. Alright, he has 1200 gold, looking to base, get some pink wards again. Trinimia appears and actually just gets popped instantly, doesn't even get to ult. So, bit of a mistake from Trend. He pops up. There's no reason for you to just not take that free kill. Alright, as you notice, 2 pink wards from that base. Alright, so walking to top river now. Baron is coming up. It's sort of like the next objective here. So walking into top side here to control the river, help his team push out mid. In case anyone walks into here, he's literally just sitting in this brush in case Kiana's looking to check to get some vision. But there's definitely no way the enemy team can get vision. Waits for his mid to push out so they can walk in together top side. Alright, so this is like the slow back and forth game. All Lee Sin's job is just to continue control river. As long as the enemy team can never walk into here, then his blue team is going to continually be able to keep pushing out mid, which is what they want to be doing to slowly chip away at vision here and then potentially look to do a Baron. Or bait Baron as well. Alright, so we see Nautilus top here. He goes straight for it. Alright, look at this. He sees the pink ward here. And Kiana starts throwing her abilities, and he's just like, I'm just going to throw a Q. And hit her. So he literally gets the Q on her, forces her to burn ult, and kills that. So this is like really clean Lee Sin. Really good intuition there. He knew that Kiana was in that brush, so he's like, sure, I'll kill this ward, but I'm going to go and throw my Q. Hits her, kills Kiana. And now it's going to put in huge pressure for this enemy team now. Kiana's dead. Their smite's gone. There's definitely Baron potential for blue team now. So they actually burn Tarmolt as well, chasing that Nautilus. So Zoe's bot, Pantheon's dead. There's no reason, there's no kick on Lee Sin. They just need to back off here. Kindred is actually here, there's only 2 here, so really well played to just kite back. Kindred uses ult to save Tarzan, and they get the kill. So really good skirmishing, just kiting back, waiting for them to chase, get out of position, then engage on them. Waiting for your teammates. So now opportunity to do Baron. Alright, let's have a look at this as well. This is again just really stellar Q throw-in by Tarzan. 3 are dead. He sees Kiana here, throws the Q. 1 shot, dead. Now Baron is 100% free. Tarzan's at 809. And Baron secured. Looks to potentially take red as well. Smites it away. Alright, you should definitely base here. There's no reason to fight. Kindred's back in base. Just back off. Decides to do blue. Obviously wants to give this to Zoe before basing. Let's see how much gold. 1900 gold. Alright, so decides the base. Dragon is coming up soon, so you would want to be going to bot side of the map. Alright, so also looking for Trin. He's pushed up, potentially to pick him, but Dragon is the main objective here. So they actually camp him, the enemy team, they pop Zoe. But there's just no way these guys are going to be able to fight. There's the entire team's here. Ezreal was top. And Lee Sin is GA as well, so... At this point, the team's really just far ahead. Just want to play methodical League of Legends. Push the waves in, slowly get inhibs. Take fights. There's really like nothing the enemy team can do at this stage. Just Ultra 100% in Tarzan and the blue team's control. Get Dragon here. Alright, so notice here, he, instead of going to help his team, like fight, he wants to push out bot lane. Create another like wave, like push in, pressure, make the enemy team react. Instead of it, because if this is not pushed up, then the enemy team only has to worry about 1 wave versus 2 waves. So that's why... Really good move by Tarzan here, and it also just gives you a bunch of experience and gold. Like, why not go take it, go push it in, make the enemy team react, pressure the wave. So, the team is fighting. Tarzan decides to help. But at this stage, the team's just way too far ahead for the enemy team to do anything. Alright, just zoning the team, throwing Qs. Alright, they try and potentially end here, but this is actually really risky. Trinimir's coming back up, everyone's going to be full health. Lee Sin has no kick, and they don't have Kindred there, ADC, so... Decide to back off here. Really good move. No point risking it, you're going to win this game anyway. Don't give the enemy any opportunity to get back into this game. Tide jungles up, let's get that. deny all of Kiana's camps. As you can see, Tarzan is literally 3 levels over Kiana right now. He's taking all her jungle. Alright, Trinimir face check, so Zoe and Tarzan go and kill him. Alright, decides still not to base. He's on the map full health still, and his team's back, so looking to just end the game here. Stops Ezreal's base, and basically game over here. So yeah, really good play from Tarzan here to pressure top and early. He knew what lane to focus, shut down the Tryndamere, make sure that he's useless. I mean, Tryndamere literally finished 2-9 here. Pantheon was doing really well. Really didn't look a bot at all. Ezreal time really hard lane to gank, and just really stellar mechanics. Hitting Qs, that example I showed you where he walked in front of the Nautilus when he was, sorry, the Kiana when she was bubbled. Just like all these little things that make his Lee Sin really good. And the big emphasis here as well is just pink wards, buy pink wards, look to ward hop over, be tricky and slippery as Lee Sin. So hope this review was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if there's any junglers you want me to actually look at specifically. I've already done one on like Meteor, Self-Made from Fnatic, and I think it was Fenerbahce, 1907 Fenerbahce player over in Turkey. So let me know if you want me to do any others in particular, but I'll still be doing these videos, just choosing games that I think will be helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.